Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, as always, I'm Forrest. This is Norbert's Adventures. Welcome in. Now, it's been requested that I look into some more product reviews. I have done a few in the past, and I will obviously continue doing some going forward. Now, today the products I'm going to be reviewing is the EBO Foods from Germany. Now, I've got these products from Pleco Hub in Western Australia. He seems to have gotten a whole variety, large quantity of it in, and he seems to be using it as well for feeding his plecos, and he seems to be loving it. Now, I bought 5 of the products, and I think it was one of each different variety, between the veggie sticks, the mussel soft gram, and the seafood soft gram. Now, I also had 2 pastes that I got, which was the Artemia paste and the Youngster Grow. I had to think about that for a second, but it was the Youngster Grow. Now, the difference in each one of them is kind of funny. Now, the Youngster Grow is what I've been using recently with my mystery kids that I've had in my 264 tank, and it seems to be doing really well with the kids. Now, it smells, what's the word for it? It definitely smells like protein food. Now, that's what it looks like on the inside, and you can see I've been digging into it. I haven't been using much. I've been digging like, a centimeter out each time and just dumping that into the tank. Seems to, what's the word for it, disintegrate into the water column or the area it's in and turn into a bit more of a crumbly sort of paste. Obviously everything's in German and such as well. There is English part here. Was it 30% crude protein, 38% crude fat, crude ash 7, and crude fiber, and moisture of 8%. Now, the protein factor in this is extremely good, especially for sort of meat eater kids like the Sultans or the leopard plecos or stuff like that. So I've been using that for the kids. They seem to be enjoying it. I have started using trialing this with the Royal Whiptail kids that I've had recently as well. So that's going to be going forward. We'll see how that goes. The other one I have been using is the Soft Gram Seafood. Now, this is more of a pellet type food. Now, this is a bit more higher on the protein side of things with 44% protein and 14% fat. Now, this again comes with a lid, which I think is a great idea, is to keep the moisture inside so it doesn't I can't tip it over too much, but this is more of a pellet sort of texture, soft pellet as well, so it's very malleable. You could probably make large chunks out of it if you want to. I've been feeding that to most of my other tanks and they seem to be loving it, especially my 600s. My 600s have been coming out during the day when I've been putting that in the tank, and they've been loving it. Now, the other 3 things that I have is the Mussel Soft Gram, which is exactly like the other one I just showed you. The protein and the fat is exactly the same. The way it looks is exactly the same, with the sort of small pellet. Now, I think both of them are 1 millimeter gram pellets. I think the only difference is that the fish products are different. Now, I think I'm not going to say these in because I'm going to stuff those words up because they're German. But the difference in both of them is it looks fairly similar with the Annulus. But yeah, so one's seafood and one's obviously full of muscle. That's what I'm going to say is, the muscle as in MUSSEL, not muscle as in my guns sort of thing. I haven't used that overly yet. I have opened it, I have smelt it. It smells like food. Now, the other one is veggie sticks. Now, veggie sticks, self-explanatory, veggie sticks. They look like rabbit food, honestly. They really do. They look like rabbit food. I fed it to a couple of tanks. My shrimp seem to enjoy it. My bottom feeders seem to enjoy it. The guppies go at it as well. But yeah, I haven't really used it much. But when I have, people have enjoyed it. They go for gold. Now, it's 100% made of vegetables. It says it's 50% pumpkin and 50% peas. Now peas are good for most plecos, obviously it's good for their gut and such, and it's 4 millimeters in size, so it's nothing too massive for anything to sort of mung on. For your variety of plecos that like the vegetable sort of things, even with your meat eaters, they'll definitely mung on that for sure. And last but not least is the Artemia paste. Now this is exactly like the, smells exactly the same. I love the fact that there is like a fish stamped on top of the paste, which I've only just realized, but this is exactly like the Youngster paste. Scoop something out, drop it in, and it'll, you know, dissolve into the water column and such. This is 30% protein. Yeah, 30% protein, 8% fat. Looks like there's a whole range of things, trace elements, sulfur, copper sulfate. So this zinc sulfate. This looks more of an all-round sort of product for your larger fish. I haven't used it yet, so I can't really tell you much about this, but due to the fact that it's got a high protein count, I'm going to assume that this is going to be decent as well. The fact that it's paste, dissolves in the water column, creates particles, doesn't leave, all of these food don't leave crap in the bottom of the tank as well, which is always great to have for fish food. And yeah, like I said, everything goes for it. Haven't had any issues with anything dying, change of food, or obviously I use Otterheim stuff as well, which is higher protein based food. I seem to find that most of my plecos and fish sort of enjoy the higher protein sort of diet. Now a lot of the fish that I have are also the sort of vegetable eaters or wood eaters as well, so you got to mix it up. You got to feed them zucchini and stuff like that as well. So, but overall I have found that the EPO foods is definitely great. It definitely works well. I've been talking to Cookies from Cookies Fish Room, or Norman as people may know him, and the youngsters that I've had, the mysterious kids that I've got, have been thriving off of it. So I'm extremely happy to continue using that, and hopefully going forward I might be able to get some more, or see if there's some variety, but I will look at getting some more video footage going forward of them eating it. But nonetheless, until next time, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and I shall see you later. Salada.